I think I got a button. And then it looks like a button, doesn't it? It's on the edge right there. Can you see it?
Dug into the ants.
Oh, yeah.
The ants have built a shrine around.
Yeah, the ants are like coming out of nowhere. What's up, guys? I'm out with Heath today, History Seekers.
How's it going?
We are in a
undisclosed place.
We're hoping that this spot is going to house my very first Civil War bullet.
I have a good feeling about it. It's got some really good history here. Done some good research. A small skirmish, about 12 to 1,500 soldiers were here. A few exchanges of artillery. We could find some good stuff here, Brandon. You might find your first shell today.
God, that would be awesome. Let's get to it. He's got me excited. All right, guys. Today I'm going to be using the Garrett Axiom. This is my very first time. This is a steep learning curve. For those of you who don't know, this is a pulse machine. Pulse machines have two things that they're really good at. One of which is very deep targets. The second is mineralized soil. Today, we're not going to be in a really highly mineralized spot, but we are going to be in an area that could have very deep targets. Like he said, there could be artillery shells, cannonballs, or anything Civil War related. So let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on and go see what we can find. So the goal is low and slow. If you look down here, you can see right away though that there is not a pinpoint button. Also, if you look, there's not a depth meter. With that 16-inch coil, it's not unheard of to read an object that is over 2 foot deep. So you hear how it's making a lot of noise? Hear that right there? That is a target, guys. Let's see what we got.
I'd dig that up.
I know, I'm gonna dig it up. That could be something really good.
I ain't even turned on my machine yet.
I know, man. I'm already on it. Gotta catch up, Heath. Let's see what we got. Well, my first target wasn't a great one, but it definitely shows there was some kind of activity here, and I nailed it with my shovel.
I don't know if that's Civil War related or not.
Yeah, it may not be. It almost kind of looks like a door handle or something, doesn't it?
Almost.
I don't know. Either way, I'm glad it wasn't something good though, because I nailed it. Without the pinpoint feature, I'm having to do a little bit more recon than what I'm used to. I'm gonna have to dig a bigger plug, I guess. All right, guys, take a listen to this. I'm gonna turn the volume up. I'm gonna turn my headphones off. You hear that? That's borderline what they call overload. So the machine's overloading, and that's because it's probably gonna be shallower than about 8 or 10 inches. So with that being said, that monster coil is just gonna put off a crazy amount of sound, and let's see if we can dig up something good. All right, guys. The ground is incredibly dry. We haven't had rain in like 3 months anywhere in the southeast. Oh, I just gave away our spot, southeast.
Yeah.
Only kidding. And I'm still struggling with the pinpointing on this machine. I'm getting used to it. But let's see if we got it. This one sounded so good though. You heard it.
Oh, it did. It sounded really good. Yeah, anytime you get in the south, you're gonna have some mineralization. Ooh, there you go. It's over there. That's getting close.
God, look how high that thing's reading. It's probably something big.
Yeah.
You see it? I think I got a bullet, dude.
Oh, you do. You do have a bullet.
Yeah. They told me to look for a white. I say they. By that I mean Heath. Look at that.
Yeah, people have been trying to get you on a bullet for a while, haven't they?
I know. I've been struggling. Any guesses?
That's it. That's a bullet. Yeah, if it's I guess we'll see if it's. Oh, that's a bullet.
I got one.
That's a big one.
It don't have any rings though. What does that mean?
That's an infill.
An infill.
Dude, that's too big for. Dude, that's a 69 caliber.
69? Like, okay, break this down into
or 70. All right, so most of the infills are about 50, well, 5.577, 58 caliber, they call them. That is a 69 caliber. That's going to be a tower infield, I believe.
So is that good?
I've never dug one, yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, that's going to be a little earlier war. Man, I wonder why some soldier, that would be Confederate, though.
So let me ask you this. This isn't fired, right? Or is it dropped? Because there's like a line.
I can't tell. I can't tell if that maybe was hit by a plow later on. It looks dropped. I don't think that's fired. That's a drop.
I finally did it. This is like a 5-year mission of mine to finally find a Civil War.
And you find a rare one.
Hey, I'll take it. So is there anything special in the base?
It should be a cut base, but we'll clean it out. Okay. I tell you what, we'll clean it out towards the end of the video. How about that?
There we go. We'll clean it. Yeah. Hopefully there's more out here. So if there's Confederate, let's get on a CS plate or a CS button.
There you go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey, so check this out, Brandon. I just got this piece of big brass. It is, I think that's going to be part of a sabot.
Really?
And so the artillery shells, some of them would have this brass band around them, and it helped, I guess, seal so it got the pressure to, project out the
so what you're saying is there are artillery shells here,
there
probably.
Could be, yeah. I mean, hopefully one didn't explode and we can find it.
Oh, man.
But so that's one that obviously I think blew up. So
where Heath is standing right here, I just pulled that Confederate bullet. My machine's still laying where I was at right there. So we're 50 steps away.
This would probably be Union, just guessing, if we're on the Confederate side right now of the skirmish. So we'll keep going. Hopefully find some more stuff.
Heck yeah. That sounds pretty good right there, dude. It
Got
sounds
another
just
one.
like what that bullet did a second ago. But there again, I'm still learning the tones, so let's dig it up and see what we got. All right, guys, I think I see the target already. It's not a bullet right here. Honestly, I've hit enough rocks that look white that I thought that they were, but it's actually a big piece of iron.
Oh man, that's a piece of frag right there. Look how thick the wall is. Turn it. Yeah, see how thick that is? That's about an inch thick?
Yeah, it's pretty
An inch
thick.
and a half almost. Probably about an inch.
So you can tell, I guess, because it's curved, or?
Yeah, well, and it's so thick. I mean, we just found, I found that part of that sabo.
Yeah, just
That's gonna be a part of a frag right there.
Oh man, there's gonna be a hole in here. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
So where Heath is right now, we're actually too close. A VLF machine and a pulse machine do not react well together. So we're about to separate out and get a little bit of distance between us, because I keep having to turn my machine off when I bend down because of how loud and crazy it goes. They're just that sensitive, which is nuts. I do have a target here, however. I think I've got it pinpointed down. What I've learned to be the best method is to swing over the hole like this, back and forth, turn 90 degrees, swing again, and then you can kind of get an idea of the size. This seems like this is a decent sized target. There again though, the machine's wanting to overload, so it's gonna be hopefully not much deeper than where I'm at, because this ground is hard as a rock, guys. Sounds like it's in the sidewall over there. Let's just find out. Let's try to do a live one for you guys. Ooh, I got it out. Got another bullet.
Check this out. Check out what I just found.
What?
You got another bullet?
Yeah, I got one too.
I got one too, right across from you.
So I haven't seen what mine is yet. You know what yours is?
It's 3-ringer, but look, it's fired. It doesn't look fired. Can you see that? Can you focus in on that, Brandon?
Yeah.
You see that ring right there at the top? That's a ramrod mark.
Really?
It didn't hit anything or anybody, but it hit the ground pretty soft. So, but it preserved that ramrod mark.
Well, check this out. You tell me what I got while you're here. You see it? Look at that funky looking
I
bug.
don't see it. Where is it?
Right there.
Oh, I do see it now.
That one's smaller.
Yep, that's a 3-ringer too, I think. No, or is it?
So what's the caliber, I wonder? It's not a
Could be
69.
a 54. It might be a 58. We just have to measure that. It looks. You're right. It does look small.
It seems small.
I think that's a 54 caliber.
Okay. Well,
It's a 3-ring bullet though. We'll need to check, because the Confederates had some 3-ringers too.
Really? I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know those. They're made a little different. And then also sometimes they just capture 3-ringers and use those. But
Heck yeah.
that's a drop. It looks like a drop.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to clean the base
Clean
out.
the base out, and we'll take a look at it whenever we get back to the truck.
And just pulled out this right here. I have been hitting a ton of square nails down here. I may have to move back up the hill. It would be nice to find an artillery, but as many of these as I've dug in the last 30 minutes, it's time to move back up there where the bullets were. I'm always looking for anomalies whenever I'm out metal detecting, and this really looks like one. This does not look like the bank was here naturally. There again, it almost looks like it's been logged around here, so it's hard to say if a skidder did this. But I'm gonna focus in right here and really dig, because that Confederate bullet I found was back up that way about 100 yards. And if they were firing back and forth, this would have been where I would have hit if I was a soldier. I'd have been behind this hill right here. So I'm on the other side of the bank right here that I was saying didn't seem natural. Look right down there. You see it? I see white. And there we go. It's a 3-ringer, and that one either hit somebody or something. Being in the dirt on this bank, it probably hit the dirt and misformed it. But I'll take it. Looks like a 3-ringer, and I don't know if I'll be able to get the base cleaned out on it or not. But there again, to go from no Civil War bullets to this is now number 3 for me today, I'm pretty excited. And me and Heath got to do some research, by the way, on that Confederate bullet I found earlier. And that is a rare son of a gun. It's like a $100 piece of lead if you're going to sell it. Obviously, I'm going to keep it being my first. But wow, guys, we're on it. All right, guys, I had a weird tone on the Axiom. It sounded more faint, if it makes sense. So the tones in it are kind of go like wee woo, and this one kind of went woo wee. So it was like a higher. I know that sounds crazy. Yeah, it was like a reverse tone. Yep. And I see something, and I think I got a button. And then it looks like a button, doesn't it? It's on the edge right there. Can you see it?
Dug into the ants.
Oh,
the ants have built a shrine around it.
Yeah, the ants are like coming out of nowhere. Oh, what is that? That ain't a button.
Looks like a button. No, it's too big of a hole for a button back. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
Somebody will know what that is.
Well, maybe it'll say something on it. I guess we'll have to clean it off and see. But
Plus it's a button that just kind of, the hole's too big on the back. I don't know.
Oh, that's weird.
Somebody on our videos will know exactly what that is and be like, tell us, and we're like,
Well, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
We don't know it all, that's for sure. Check it out. I got a bullet, another one, another fired one. Looks like it's gonna be a 3-ringer. I can't tell about the base though, and that is awesome. I got another, oh yeah, I got another bullet. It's another fired one. This one looks like it made impact too.
Oh, did it? Another impacted bullet. Try not to move the camera.
Look at that.
Nice. Okay. Yep. Look
What
right here. Look right here. Look right here. That is an artillery frag. Look, and it's got, I don't know where that come from. That's an elongated shell though.
Whoa.
That looks like the center part right there from where the fuse adapter would have went down. I think that's the nose right there.
Dude, that's cool, man.
Yep.
And you're kind of right on the ridge right here.
Yeah, well, I think this is part of a trench line right here. So
Dang.
you probably can't tell on the camera, but the other side of my detector and shovel there. I think they would have been on the other side, but that fragment come right from this trench. Some guy was lucky or either had a real bad day.
No kidding, man. That's cool stuff though coming out of here.
Absolutely.
Where's the buttons? We gotta get on a button,
here.
man.
They're here.
So Heath is on the phone over there with his buddy Jack, who is an expert with artillery shells, double checking what they think is a Schinkel shell that would have been a 6-pounder. And here I am over here, about 50 steps away, and I popped this out right here, which looks like it's gonna be another frag. And there again, let me get my camera to focus a little better for you guys, where you can see it. Look how thick that thing was. Imagine these things flying through the air, hitting the ground, imploding. I guess I'm gonna double check and make sure there's nothing else in here. Might be another little piece. Yeah, I'll see it because I sure don't. Oh, there it is. Here's another piece to it. Look at that. Oh, that one's kind of rounded. I wonder if that's where a fuse went. I'll call Heath over if he wasn't on the phone, but I'll ask him to see. That could have been a cannonball. I don't know. That's cool, though. So what you got, man?
I got Jack Nelson Jr. on FaceTime here, and he is looking at our fragment that I just found. I was wrong. That's not the base of it. Jack, tell him what this is.
What you have there is a U.S. 3.67-inch caliber Schinkel projectile, and that's the rib cage. That's the back end of it, where a paper mache sabot was secured on the back. So when it was shot over the troop heads, the sabot disintegrated and didn't hit any of the friendly troops in the back of the head. And so the ribs engaged the paper mache sabot. They were not part of the rifling or anything like that, but that is what the paper mache sabot was loaded onto. So when the shell was fired, it would spin in the rifling and go true.
That's really cool. Thank you. We appreciate you identifying this. And guys, if you don't know, this is Jack Melton Jr. He's we gave away one of his books. He's got a half shell book. It's really incredible. He's got it on his website. We'll put links and all that down in our videos.
Check this little target out. I think it's brass. It is very small. Looks like it had 2 countersunk holes at one point in time. No identifying marks though, but it's definitely period. We have not dug one piece of modern trash in here, which is absolutely insane. Then again, we did have to walk in a few hundred yards, and we are well past where there are any houses or anything like that. So, wow, that's cool. I have to see if Heath can get me an ID on that. All right, Heath, what do you think that is? I told everybody when we got back up together, I'd see if you could ID it.
I don't know for sure. It's ornate and almost thin.
It's brass, isn't it?
It's brass. It's got screw holes on either side.
Like counter bores, yeah.
Yeah, where it was screwed on. My guess is maybe something off a musket or something, but again, it could be anything too. So
Oh, shoot. That's cool, though.
Pretty cool find.
And we're finding some interesting stuff.
Good stuff.
There's
here.
Nothing new in here. It's all old stuff.
All old stuff, yep.
That's what I was telling them. We're like several hundred yards from a road. We're a long way from any houses. So, I mean, we're in a great spot right now. Look at all these leaves falling. You think it was fall or something?
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, Heath, think I got another drop, buddy. Yeah, I'll walk over here and show it to you. There again, for you bullet guys, we're going to clean the bases out a little bit later when we get home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that one's clean, too.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Nice.
I don't know.
That's just a 58 caliber. So if you'll look, I'm trying to see. Okay, you see that seam right there?
Yeah.
You're not going to have that casting seam on a Confederate 3-ringer.
Okay, so that's strictly Union.
Yeah, this is a Union 3-ringer. Now, could they have captured it, use it? Sure.
So is there a possibility there could be a star base or something in there?
There could be, yeah.
Or swage.
Star base, or most commonly just nothing at all.
Oh no, buddy, just one after the other is starting to come out, and this is an amazing sight. This one's fired. You can tell that it made a point of impact. It looks like it's going to be a 3-ringer. It looks like it's the same diameter. There again, I'll throw some calipers on these just to double check them whenever we get home. And I'm going to stop bothering Heath because we're wasting so much time walking back and forth. We're going to waste time metal detecting, and I'll let him look at all of these that I find towards the end of the day. I've dug a lot of square nails today, but that right there looks a little bit different. I don't know. That's a big old one. I know that. Y'all let me know. Could that be a part to a gun, like a bolt or something? I have no clue. And I got another one, and this one looks like it's been squished a little bit. Another 3-ringer. Looks like it's 58. Oh, I see the ramrod mark. I think that's fired. Hey, Heath, I think I got one with a ramrod mark. I think. I mean, unless I'm just tripping, it looks to me like... I just told the camera I'm going to stop bothering you coming back and forth because we're wasting more time you IDing my finds, but isn't that a ramrod mark?
That's a ramrod mark too. Let me see if I can zoom in on mine. Yep, absolutely. Look right there. Turn it there you go. See it? See the ramrod mark right around the tip of it there?
I wouldn't have thought that was fired to look at it, but I mean the base is squished a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes it would just hit the ground real soft, like if it was fired from a long range or something, I guess. I don't know, but that's definitely a ramrod mark on it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, good find, dude.
Heck yeah.
And we're just finding all kinds of stuff here.
Where's the buttons, though?
I know. Hey, I've got 3 more pieces of artillery frag right over there.
God,
right there.
You haven't moved 20 foot from where you found the Schenkel piece, have you?
10 feet. So, I think it's detonated right in front of that trench.
All right, guys, we had an absolutely heck of a day. Thank you, Heath, for putting me on my first Civil War artifacts.
Hey, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad I was here to share that experience with you.
Man, and to be the very first bullet, I guess you can't really beat being a rare one, right?
That's right. I mean, what kind of luck is that, man? A bottle guy finds a rare Civil War bullet.
Well, you want to know what's crazy is my very first bottle was a Hutchinson bottle. So maybe that means...
The trend continues.
Yeah, so maybe that's just how it works. My very first excursion out, I'm going to find the best at the beginning.
I was impressed with that Axiom, man. It did well today.
Yeah, honestly, it took me a little bit to figure it out. There was a lot of overloading in the beginning, and I finally stopped going after deep targets, guys, and turned the sensitivity way down, and that allowed the overload signal to go away, and then I could hear what was going on in the background. There again, there's no pinpoint in there. It is a learning curve. However, if you're in mineralized soil, this is the machine to go after if you're going after something deep.
Let's clean the base of those bullets out and see what's in them. See if you got a rare one.
Yep, let's do it. So here are all of my finds from the day. This is the bullet of the day for me and Heath both. The 69 Tower Infield. And there again, this is over $100 bullet from what I've been told. Cleaned the base out on it. That is a nice looking bullet. I'm very excited that is my first. I did go through and clean all these bases real quick. Sadly, every single one of them that I found does not have a star in the bottom, nor is it a swage base. That's okay, though, because I had never found 160-year-old lead bullets from the American Civil War until this trip. Absolutely worth it to think that the last person that touched these was a soldier over 160 years ago. Blows my mind. There again, we're still looking for some IDs on these over here. If any of you guys have a clue, drop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed the adventure, I know this was a longer video with a different style of finds than what we typically do. Be sure that you're subscribed, and we will see you guys in the next adventure.